Hello, everyone. Prank Ranger here. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Prank, aren't you supposed to be doing a game review, food review, any review? Well, yes. And the reason why I'm here is for a certain review. As you can tell, I have created this channel, aka the Lego Prank Ranger YouTube channel. Well, I'm going to be able to review a lot of Lego products and also of how they originated and where the inspiration came from. And today, I wanted to start out with something, well, new, but still be able to, people will understand. And today, it's going to be the review of the Parrot Snubb Fighter from The Mandalorian Season 3. Before we start, if you think that this would be a good idea to keep on doing, this would be a good time for you to go follow, like, go to notification down below so you know what I'm up to, along with commenting so you can suggest which kind of Lego products should I review, and also make sure you share with your friends and family in case they're interested in saying, hey, that might be a Lego product I might like, I might go buy it. Now, let's get started, shall we? But first, Riley, would you be so kind as to make sure that you do some lore dumping related towards Snubb and Vane?
This model was made and produced in May 2023 as inspiration from the third season of Mandalorian, and unfortunately was decommissioned from production in December 2024 after 19 months. The piece count is 285 pieces, and the two minifigures there exclusively Snubb, Fighter Pilot, and Bane. The features on this build is an open cockpit, dual stud shooters, hidden thermal detonator compartment, 3 rear thrusters, railable wings, and the size is 24 centimeters by 16 centimeters by 15 and 5 centimeters. The retail price of it is usually $35 in the United States or $30 in pounds. The secondary market would currently do it as $30 newly sealed, used at around $28 to $32. The valued verdict on sale price $22, and between $22 and $25 makes it a sweet deal. Full retail feels overpriced given such a pound piece count and extras. The strengths of this is breathable and structural praise, good construction experience, viable cockpit, seating, functioning shooters, swoosh-worthy design, solid for kids or matches played, or if you're wanting to, making little Lego birthdays. And this one is an exclusivity, unique characters, based collector appeal, printed elements, not stickers. The brief downsides are displayability, no stand, no landing gear, the ship is flat, doesn't shine on a shelf. The price point, however, compared to other sets, high price per piece, felt only better, only when discounted. Minifigure limitations are only 2 people, some deal with used parts, reduced hype. The community sentiment of this Reddit review described as just alright, though it's rated 8 out of 10, showing high expectations but modest excitement. Fun build and decent play, but struggles with the value and price value. Back to you, Prank Ranger.
3 things. 1. I made sure that I sped up this video so that way y'all could be able to see the details of this, and also to be able to see it without having to go through the whole hassle of the whole 2 hours and 30 minutes, because that's how long it took to build that thing. 2. I plan on making sure
that I give out details relating towards Star Wars or any LEGO sets I get my hands on, including the 2 minifigures that you're seeing. 3. I cut the box because, in my opinion, the box look pretty good in my opinion. So if you have a fine eye for art detail and you plan on cutting the box, make sure you ask your parents or guardian and legal guardians for help, so that way you don't hurt yourself if you're a child. Now, with that being said, let's get started, shall we? The Snubb fighter pilot, which basically they don't have a name, which I think is ridiculous, because George Lucas names every single alien in the known universe. Anyways, basically here's your typical run-of-the-mill kind of henchman that you would see in the Star Wars universe if he was working for Jabba the Hutt. But the details of the pilot, basically he has a custom pirate pilot helmet, exclusive no less, with green tinted flight suit with rugged tech detailing, and includes small blaster pistol, well, 2 small blasters. His main role in all of the pirate crew is basically cannon fodder. No lines, no name, just a menace from the cockpit. Then we'll deal with Vane. He's basically under the allegiance of the Pirate King Goran Shad. His appearances is on Season 3 from Episode 1 and Episode 5 of The Mandalorian. The details of him is quite unique. The Weequay-style alien head mold with intriguing printing, dual molded arms with exclusive chest prints showing the character's tactical gear, and he comes with a blaster rifle. Funny, I didn't see a blaster rifle inside that box. But his main vibe is that he's cocky, hot-headed second-in-command who instigated this standoff with the Mandalorian Din Djarin and escapes the final battle like he was Micah from Red Dead Redemption 2, and he would possibly return. The LEGO verdict of him is that he's high-detailed, rare mold, great for Star Wars alien collectors or pirate-themed mocks. Or, in some situations, you could be able to make movies out of them with Legos with stop-motion animation. But the summary of them, Vane and the Snubb Pilot are unique. Vane is very screen accurate towards his LEGO character, and for the Snubb Pilot, it is good. Basically, Van is a high collector value, while the Snubb Pilot is moderate. But unlike Van, the Snubb Pilot is good for army building, but Van is not, aka he's like Grima Wormtongue from Lord of the Rings. And the notes of them? Though Van has a very, very, very villainous pirate name, the Snubb Pilot has no identity, no style, basically a henchman. So in translation, those two guys are either soldiers or peacocks. And what I mean is, the soldier tries to get the job done, while the peacock just looks pretty and stands there. Now, I hope you're liking what I'm doing so far, because right now, it looks like I'm getting the bottom part in, the sides. Now, I'll let y'all listen to this music, and then I'll be right back.
does have similar features towards its original maker. And it has those 3 wonderful back ends of the thrusters, and 2 blasters on the front, and very, very, very small but useful wings. And also, if you want to try to do an ejection scene, you pop this up, and then you... There we are. But honestly, I like this set. It looks pretty cool. And here is Vane as well. Him and his blade. So, if you like this video and think I should do more of this, please make sure you give us a follow, like, a notification down below so you know to all the commenting so you can suggest which games you want to play, which sets you want us to do, and you make sure to share with your friends and family in case that you might want to have this kind of set, or if you have a sibling that likes Star Wars or Legos, that they might like this too. Till then, I'm Prank Ranger, and have a good day, a good night, or whatever time it is on your side. Have a super good one.